Ansah-Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
Emetonku desiwo mawuonamla hakeko matane Emetonku desiwo mawuonamla hakeko matane. Let's up your voice with me, say.
You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax Ansah-Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
I'm so grateful, Lord. Yeah. You died for me. You made a way where there seems to be no way. I'm so grateful, Lord. I'm so grateful. Lord, I thank you.
Another beautiful mid-morning on your superstation, OK 101.7 FM, where everything is okay. My name is Halifax Ansah-Addo. Papa Osasro, host of the Best Entertainment Show. Welcome to my show, your show, our show, Friday edition. We've been here Monday, Wednesday, and today's our last edition for the week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. And then it is exactly 10:47. And let me remind you of this very important announcement, because we want you to get the best out of every brush you brush your teeth, especially when you use close-up toothpastes. And they come in three variants. They have the close-up complete fresh protection. We have the close-up red hot evergreen ever fresh. and then the Close-Up Menthol Everfresh. Now, the new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection toothpaste has what we call eucalyptus mint, which fights germs. It cleanses the teeth very deeply. It gives strong teeth and fresh breath. Whilst the Close-Up Red Hot Everfresh and Close-Up Menthol Everfresh also have the unique enhanced ingredients of purifying gel, ice cool crystals, and antibacterial mouthwash that fight off 99% of bacteria and seals in freshness. So please, give your mouth that cool Close-Up freshness with Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection, Close-Up Red Hot Everfresh, and Close-Up Menthol Everfresh. On that note, let me welcome the man himself, Nene Bennett Tay Akwaku from both Krobo and Adaland, a friend of the Razor Lloyd and Manya Hogbayo. A man who has been a print media journalist for over 40 years and now does consultancy on Ghanaian culture. Nene Tay Akwaku, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Halifax.
How was it going for you?
Oh, cool. I'm upbeat, you know.
Upbeat?
Yes.
Say saying then,
Oh.
Okay, fam. Okay.
So I wouldn't. Exactly 9 weeks from today.
Yeah.
The 86th Ansah-Addo Film Festival.
Oh, really?
Yes. It is
I thought it's always sometime in August.
It's the first Friday in August.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is 2 months from now, or 9 weeks from today.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, the launching will take place in about a week's time. This year will be the 86th one. Now, Ansah-Addo is one festival. Ono ankasa packaging hu dada. Yenye de day ni ankasa adan on radio da bi yenye no sa. Eno aton ni hu. Na 85th no. Charlie festival ben outside Accra na ubenya at one event. Na Shatawale wo ho. Na Tiny wo ho. Na Wendy Shea wo ho. Na Sefa wo ho. Mr. Drew, you know, think about it. It was grand. That was last year, you know. Now this year it will be grander than that of last year.
Okay, my engineer Kakra.
Yep.
Ansah-Addo is celebrated from which part to which part? Because I thought it was purely Adan, the one I've been going. But I realized all over the Sege area.
Sure.
Yes, where does it start? Where does it end?
Yeah, near what say Adan starts from just after Dawa.
Dawa.
After Dawa, no.
Okay.
It's Adan all through to Azizanya to Maranatha.
Somebody was asked to explain pollination.
Okay.
And it says that there's a transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma.
Yeah,
I mean, pollen grains, men who enter the stigma. Where does Ansah-Addo start? You say, oh, Dawa. Dawa don't cry when for pointing. We don't even know where that Dawa is for us to know where you have.
Oh, say, okay.
I mean, you get my confusion.
Matthias, yeah. But I needed to explain, say, Adan. Say, Ansah-Addo, you didn't know Adan traditional area.
We are on the same page. This is where the mistake,
cool.
the confusion
I'm
is.
telling you where Adan starts from.
He said it starts from
just after Dawa.
And I'm saying, where is the Dawa? You
Dawa,
know the Dawa to know the market.
If I say Ufi tema eko aflawo kwa ino so. You know, after Dohwenya.
At least we know Dohwenya.
And then we know Chopoli. That's Ningo Junction.
Chopoli, where the police barrier is.
Yes.
Yes, that I know Chopoli.
Then the next town is Dawa.
Because I was when Dawa no was happening.
You try Dawa pe afedi unam adansa. Now initially no festival because big Adan here the traditional home no. In the home here the theater of activities basically for I mean from beginning.
Okay.
But say abenya tra akodru Adan for. Afedi because that's the coastal line no. Say the assign Banechi. And in terms of crowd, into a buyer bedroom kase, and the last year the Sigi. So yes, so the crowd. Oh yes, it's one festival. It's been always peaceful.
So that is my exact question. Does Sigi fall within the undying claim?
Yes. Yeah.
That is damn big.
It's big, very big. Sigi is Ada.
Okay, let me say first week in August. I just said Bongo de Farabit name because me so me kwasa food.
Yeah,
you know, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And today, the man I want to interview, I'm happy you started with this, your intro.
Oh, okay.
Because was it yesterday or the day before? I was reading about what the Chief of Staff had said. The Chief of Staff herself, Mrs. Akosia Frema Osei-Apari, Osei-Apari, has called for active stakeholder involvement in tourism to drive inclusive growth across the country.
Good.
Now, when you go down and down and down the story, basically, she was calling about private and public sector participation. So basically, my enjoy ma abaimpe. We shouldn't say that, oh, tourism there is about the Ministry of Tourism, Honorable Awal and Honorable Okreko Mante, and then our Kwesi Ajiman and Odami and Kwa the GT. No. That it should be. I mean, let me take some of her quotes. She said, tourism practitioners need to invest in training programs that equip the youth with the necessary skills to excel in tourism-related professionals. And by maintaining a skilled... No. I mean, let me go down. Forgive me, I can't find this. Mrs. Osei-Apari stressed the need for the public and private sector to collaborate to promote Ghana's festivals, cultural programs, and the artistic expressions to ensure that the benefits of tourism were shared equitably. Let me read that part again. The Chief of Staff stressed the need for the public and private sector to collaborate so as to promote Ghana's festivals, cultural programs, and other artistic expressions to ensure that the benefits of tourism were shared equitably. Quote, this requires us to actively involve local communities in the tourism value chain by empowering them to participate in the sector, whether through artisanal crafts, cultural performances, or community-based tourism initiatives. Which agency does this better than the GTE? The Ghana Tourism Authority itself. There is an agency under, of course, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, and then they deal directly with us.
Okay,
I have one of their very big men here, the man himself, Mr. Ernest Odamia. Your entire friend Ernest will be after Odami GT. When you see him working, you'll be surprised. He's a big man at the GT. He is a project officer. Meanwhile, sometimes you see him going down, carrying trusses, carrying speaker boxes, helping sweepers, and then he plays multiple roles. Sometimes you wonder if he's a communications director. He's a man who works like a bull. Sometimes he gets overly passionate once or twice, but he's somebody, a winner, human free man. His contribution is something we should all applaud. Those of us on radio, we see these things working perfectly. You don't know who went and set the stage, who went and made sure the chairs are arranged. And here is a sir. And so once in a while, so move on, sir. Their work, it is not easy. Mr. Adami, congratulations.
Thank you, Halifax.
And we've been seeing your works, and we are proud of you.
Thank you.
We're proud of you. And welcome to our show.
Thank you very much.
Let me also welcome Sukresafo. Ono de bia nene won say na okita no phone. Obeka so Google search.
Oh, me Google search. Adwuma ya ya. E was say bibi ko baby. Enti Lucy. Beyond the return. And na on me engage. See me sending the contact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Monday you hold the phone again. We'll ask you what again you are doing with your phone. And more about Who's
Mr. Manson, this is the answer.
Baby. Oh, I see. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Halifax.
Welcome, dear.
Yeah, baby.
Then Eddie Leo Kakrasa.
Oh.
More be lift.
Men say sure.
Oh, he has some this, sir.
Because if I tell you that you are not,
I'm not good.
Because I don't pay one
Mr. Adami, what can you tell us about him?
Mr. Adami is a young, energetic man, energetic young man.
Abrantia owa hodin.
Owa hodin odo ejuma oye no. Odame, if you know him, me say years ago programs been in maybe akokoso. Nina no not a chiri. Inti Mr. Ajimai so train ne ben because we nim senior nejumatie. Say Mr. Ajimai so or say minchia man. He owes you. Or say he owes not money. But
hey, make it money. Me passion. Go on. Mr. Ajimai.
You know, and near money be bre. I won't see a year no. Ube drew her on it to say now can ya fix it near money no or not actually. The planning and the discussions, ideas near money.
The implementation actually.
Yes.
So let me ask
Only
you.
said that you know I hot.
But my main pisa away, and it's when I ask him, he will be modest about it.
Okay.
Ebano sir, why don't we push people like that on the forefront? But it's always the politicians and the party-colored people.
No.
Because you see, people like them come across as neutrals on your campaign. No, beyond the return, it has been successful. So no can. Obia ni nunyagi. Back Safo campaign. MPP.
I think Halifax. Yeah. Nyauka farm, Mr. Damihono.
Yeah.
I think it's true. Me say the first time I saw him was last year's Chaliwati. Nah, he's from close observation. Say, Papa, no, or your beer, or your hard work. Apart from saying being hardworking, no, he pays attention to detail. Into the way, or he was commandeering things. Mufa we see the be we are see her best, you know, you could see.
Or your fields person.
Yes, exactly.
He's not a type who wears long sleeves and tacking. David.
It's true. Now,
what about people
like that?
Dressing folding his sleeves.
Now, people like that, they play the front role from the back. Let's keep them there.
At the back?
Yes.
Well, I thought maybe when they communicated, they come across more as, neutrals who are not doing any government bidding. That is my humble opinion. Well, it's just an opinion.
I think he's personal. No, he's very reserved. Yeah, let's listen to him first, and then probably we can take it from there.
But I feel what happened at Chaliwati?
I think I went at Kyle.
What happened at Chaliwati?
Oh, is that not past and gone?
Yes, it's past and gone. But it should not happen again.
What happened? Refresh my mind for us to know what went wrong then. Is it so? I say young come and be my. So what happened?
So say it's past and gone, but we must. It should not repeat again.
It's if for Nadine the Socrates for say Omuma mi slot ewo Chaliwati. And you know, Safo Subenya. I don't know how you communicated with whoever you communicated with.
Oh, I did well. Planning and everything. He designed the floor plan and everything. He did it.
So why were my boys being sacked before their show ended?
Answer.
No, he wasn't there. You were. Because
I wasn't there. He was there.
No, he also wasn't there.
Oh, he was there.
Niama say I ain't showing you.
Boss could me a better honor.
But after you were there, I saw
no,
you.
I
there.
wasn't there.
But he had left. He was sleeping in his car or something.
Ooh.
Anyway, it's another year. Mr. Odami, I see beyond the return, no. I mean, it's taken off already. You've launched it. You are ready to go.
December in GH.
December in GH.
Yeah.
Is that not part of the beyond the return programs?
So December in GH, after it was established there, it's become part of the yearly calendar really. So the secretariat that runs it, starting from year of return, was the year of return secretariat, which has now become the beyond the return secretariat. So it's basically the same department, the same team that activates the entire discussion. So yeah, we are still the same people. They are not too different. The fact here is that the December in GH, like I explained the other time, it's more like a concept. So the last quarter of the year, we ensure that Ghana is the destination for holiday, for backpackers, even for business. And so and the fact is that it has also become part of the beyond the return pillars that we need to ensure that every year and every other year, the last quarter of the year is simply active.
But Kakra, Secretariat, Nagakasa, Nidin the same.
So let me go back again. When the concept of year of return started, the Secretariat was year of return Secretariat.
Okay.
Now, after they have returned, what is next? So we are going beyond the return.
Beyond the return, okay.
The Secretariat cannot still be named year of return.
Of course.
Especially if they are the same people that are going to be handling the beyond the return discussions. And so it's just fair that it changes to
year of
the
return. Okay.
Yeah.
So the answer is that the name is Beyond the Return Secretariat.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Beyond the Return, amongst the several things you do includes the December in GH. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted to get it
It's
well.
part. We play a very key role. You see, sometimes you try as much as possible not to put a decipher between the Beyond the Return Secretariat and GTA, because then
Of course,
it's an entire marketing concept, which also has the marketing department of GTA playing a key role in the entire celebrations.
Okay. And see, December in GH, one of your key programs, Amoye.
Yes.
Your key products.
Yes.
The
it's
last
a key
quarter.
marketing concept.
Key
yes.
marketing concept.
Yes.
Okay. So the first 3 quarters, what do you do?
So before the entire December in GH concept started, there's already the traditional marketing ideas or events that already happen. For example, as I speak with you, Panafest is something that happens twice every year. But beyond that, we do emancipation every year.
Panafest is twice?
Twice every 2 once every 2 years.
Because I was like, okay. Once, if one, Charlie, it's understandable. I was driving on almost, those enough. So if it happens this year, we skip 1 year, 1 year.
So that is for Panafest.
Okay.
But every year we have the emancipation, which deals, goes all the way back to remembering they don't like to be called slaves. Those who were captured and enslaved.
Okay.
So remembering them, we do it a lot at the Nkrumah Mausoleum. We go to Cape Coast. We have a lot of diasporans that come in to have that celebration. People also take that advantage to come and reconnect to their roots. And so it's something that happens every year. But Panafest is what happens once every 2 years. This is something that's already traditionally on the calendar of GTA. There are several others, for example. A lot of the festivals that you are aware of in this country is attended by the GTA, supported by the GTA. And most of the festivals are on our calendar as well. Now, apart from that, there is also some events that have come up. As I speak with you, we just finished the presidential summit in Peduase.
Okay.
And it's solely a concept that was being handled, or that had been handled by the Ministry of Tourism, i.e. the Ghana Tourism Authority, and then the other agencies that support it, that come together. Okay, and so I want to believe that this is one of the things that has come to stay. We are hoping that every year the presidency will give us that opportunity to be able to come out and speak well and consider the next steps and make sure that the things that we speak about can be well implemented. Beyond that, there is still more. For example, there is one of the I'm trying to get the name right. The guy from Nigeria that we do the Akwaba with. That also happens every year. It happened just 2 weeks ago, actually. I'm trying to get the right name. I'll remember whilst we have the discussion. But yes, traditionally, there are a lot of other events that we have. The Taste of Ghana is part, but that one happens in the last quarter of the year as part of
the December
in GH. But there is the Kwewu, which you're aware. The paragliding that happens. I think we've done 15 years this year, or 15 soon. Or 16 years, yes.
Hey.
And it's come to stay. The interesting part is that year on year, we are not able to satisfy the number of people who register to fly, which is why soon we have started that even anyway, but it will become also bigger soon, that we have paragliding twice in a year. There's the one that we do in September. We normally position it around the World Tourism Day, around 27th December, thereabout. So there's a lot. Traditionally, there's a lot that we already have, but we are beginning to put some sort of categorization where we know that, look, the last quarter of the year, we are concentrating on entertainment, fun, and business, music, and all that. The other quarter, we want to look at tourism regarding sites, sightseeing, and stuff like that. We want to now look at business. Gradually, we'll be able to make sure that every day of the year has something in particular to focus on.
Interesting. Mr. Odami, explanation ye a disabuse nipa be mind because perception and what on say GTE 4D. Most of their main programs are for Africans in the diaspora. And to say, yeah, you were idea. I mean, no one said and dream you when emancipation be about now African Americans have been namhasa. It will manage December in GH, but no more back. But what you are saying shows that throughout the year, every other month, there is something that has some local content, indigenous content, because festivals are working. It's, clearly more community based. But clearly, I'm working.
So in 2000 and prior to 2019, Yelanchi see Ghana, eat Ghana, wear Ghana, and feel Ghana. So our concept is it wasn't for any diaspora, it was for us. I mean, we tried to drive home the need to do a lot of domestic tourism, where at least you walk room hano. Obi wo ha meet me akacho say look beyond Tema, crossing beyond Tema that. Then so and then that me no ka say so be per se or just a single canopy walker and you Cape Coast Penabeko. You can go to Kintampo. You can actually go to Akosombo, and you have all that. You can even go to the Bonso Park, Eco Park. The question is then, Ecoso, we are trying so much to develop these sites for domestic tourism's sake. As for the diaspora, when they come and it is there, they will join. But what about us here? Which is why we are concentrating more on our people. Festivals, we are part of, and I can say, and I'm sure my brother here will confirm that we are part of almost every festival that a Ghanaian knows about in this country. We don't leave anybody. Yet you're attending in. We offer our support. We help them where we have to, and we do all that we need to do to make sure the festival comes out clear and good.
Is it that what you do locally, what you do for the indigenes, no moon shedam bohun dehuru, and what is it? Because I mean, if you mention GTA, I'm sure an average Ghanaian will easily say, "Oh, there's never in GH. Oh, beyond the return." I mean, easily. I believe it out of anything randomly. But how come some of those things that you spend 3 of the quarters doing, and talkability no one look across?
Halifax, the question were loaded. Sounds simple, but very loaded. What I was saying is, you see, the core mandate of the Ghana Tourism Authority is to market Ghana. Okay. Now, picking it from that point, how do I market Ghana to a Ghanaian? It's almost something very minimal if you are not careful. But again, a lot has to be done. Internet makers say gradually, we are making sure throughout the year we can make it better, supporting festivals, encouraging domestic tourism, making sure the tour sites and all that are becoming better enough. Because look, Yemfan is Ubia, Minya Bema, around Jamestown for several years. And then I own him. He knows everything over there. Unless if you are Colebia, I won't endra. And okay, be no pain your own, but because of the hint in one, say I work Colebi. All I'm saying is, how am I supposed to be marketing Ghana to a Ghanaian? It's old dream. Wabeka say, oh, it's not much, but we are beginning to realize that there's so much.
It's like selling a rosary to a pope.
Exactly. Then so you still have to.
Okay.
Sometimes Wabeka say, be a nipan na almost no. But anyway, so going back to your core mandate, we've tried so hard to drum into the ears of the diaspora, not just Brunei, before be crowd out there in Nimnia, and even enough diaspora in Africa, trying to get them home, trying to make them understand, oh, sikabi da baby, feel say, oh, kotana some yachi bimo Dubai and nase bibia. Brafi will be. Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. I don't know the last time anybody went into the Kwu enclave. When you go down towards the Afran Plains, it's okay, you'll be amazed to know that people actually now go there. They drag their what do you call it? Yacht. They drag it on their car, get there, spend the whole 2-3 days. And they actually sail on that thing. I'm telling you, it's gradually growing. Look at the distance. People didn't know it was there, but the moment somebody did it, it's becoming a thing. Let's take Aqua Safari. 15 years ago, 20 years ago, Obefaka Oko. But Nancy, just a one, hey, no, why am I? That is how it works. That is just how it works. And you know, I would say I would agree say it's not enough, especially trying to market the country to our own Ghanaians. But I believe strongly say with the pace they corner, we soon will get there.
In case you're just tuning in, this is Mr. Ernesto Dami, Project Officer from the Ghana Tourism Authority. We're having a conversation, not an interview, a conversation on, what they do. And whilst we are all warming up and tightening our belts for this year's December in GH. So for the baby, I don't know about the two of you. Nene, Accra's work or hopping?
To be honest with you, my school time we call a burn. That was in the 70s.
Wow. So for
Almost yeah.
No, school time the 70s. So for when was the last time we visited Accra Zoo?
Oh, early this year.
Yeah. Bosco, Accra's work or hopping? Pablo Unswe. Driving our hall. Okay.
I see primary.
Primary.
They say near what we know your friend is saying. Achimota.
And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And yet there were flags up in those days, no.
Yeah. Achimota. Yeah, tree planting with the.
And the Ukraine just say buying tree planters as in Tianka.
Oh, the people said diaspora. Yeah, no more.
Nyabutre. So before Green Ghana, Dabena woko Akrazu.
Ose. But Halifax, Oka Akrazu. And many others areas, baby, or Ghana, ye marketing year. I think say from this year, see a shiny ye marketing.
I would.
Axim.
I mean, I'll come there.
Oh, you come there.
One on your kind. They said, when the question I asked looked simple but loaded. When it was answered, I was being honest with myself. Say, and say me a Ghanaian. And per se, me call Jim and naming whom new places are. Why do I need GTA to tell me? Say, koha. Would you won't? So for I'm over 40. Me go Accra Zoo until this year.
Wow.
And the great was Candace. I was driving and said, Daddy, are we going to the zoo? I said, yes, we are going to the zoo.
I didn't file.
Then I now look for my Google map and Googled Accra Zoo. I know it's somewhere in the Achimota for it, but maybe minimum.
Maybe I just you are just in the
banner. And then what I meant to say is that he is not wrong when he says that to say because these things are all around us. You shut down who say a tourism attraction points. People who do not stay in Accra come from upper parts of the country, and then when they go to the beach, they are excited. Oh, seaside! Oh, but yeah, Accra no important. No meaning. You can't show can't see a go. I mean, they were minafio. You get what I mean? I think that is the attitude. Any ohiaka kranti. You'll be surprised. There are many people in La. La beach now.
For real?
Again.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
now, before say I feel no kuya she.
I look at a show la beach. Anyway. And so you were talking about apart from Accra, I mean, we said there are other places I will feel say.
Axim Beach.
Yes.
Minwako Hoda. Axim. Axim Hotel.
Yes.
Good. Who them said dolphins were?
Yes. Yeah,
Ghana for nim.
I don't know. If not for Catherine Afeku, mean them.
But I'm for South Africa.
They call dolphins.
For dolphin watch. Meanwhile, no. Between the hours of 5, I ni matete kakra no to 9-10 ho no. Ube hu be bree or mo. You stand there and you can watch from 9 going no more. Intino, sa niema we nyina wo hanse ya.
Okay. Yeah, so Safo, just as Osiomo presidential summit on tourism where the chief of staff was talking from, something like that. And if I'm wrong, it's a discussion. I can't always be right. I'm not God. Why do we wait for the GT? Because Obi say dolphin watch. I can drive you there. Namaju kapre kakra, some breakfast, some lunch, some facility. The money doesn't come to GT. It doesn't go to the individual's pockets. I mean, should we wait for GTA? Should we wait for government? Well, because for baby, I had to say a dolphin. No, some facility, no, private facility.
Yeah,
it's not for the states.
Yeah.
Well. Yes, for instance, oh, Jumeni, but
it's simple. Say, will be better me. I organize it all. You market it.
Exactly.
And then you take it. You don't leave it for GTA.
And then they only come and support.
Yeah. GTA Jumana dear, it is just to create the awareness. And then you, the private people, take advantage of it. Obitisa Abeku Santana. Yenu Abeku Santana. At least he organized these things. Or do I call
Oh, so many places. I followed him to Qatar and other places of this country. Of course, I can go.
But at least once it's organized and you are in a team, well packaged, you know, you will go. It's won't take advantage of some of these things. And I can tell you, so GTA organizes training for it too. They organize training, yeah.
I was going to come to that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I mean, let me take Nene, then he explains this thing. Nene, what is wrong with us? Say your domestic tourism site now to say in fire home. What is it? Then so you better say na bro for ya, but enjoy the place. No more sa offbeat as no more check no more. So minifio.
Yeah, Halifax.
Yeah.
I think the desire are any so high. The desire to go on vacation. And it's a bit low over here in this side of the world.
Why?
Because everything is about survival. Inti June say, inti mean says economy ko akosombo kohwe nsuo. Ebra na sa sika yi betimia ato. What you say? Ebanye hima, ebanye chibanku, you know that kind of a thing. Inti no openyin kra. Oye juma kra, do time I say o call leave no kra na enia. Onyaya ko beton live no kranya sika. So everything about us is hinged on survival. Inti uka cheni panu say onko vacation na. On value vacation no say so koko resti for 30 days no ba he gets refreshed to start again. Inti sa dinner any hono. So it's about the economy in the first place.
Okay.
US dear, he's proud to say he's traveling. I went on vacation. Look, to say, well, I was in Vegas, you know, and any day.
Okay.
Say,
Nene,
okay.
that is for one class of people.
Yes.
Second class, I can go on.
Two. Safo care about dolphins, and he was comparing it to South Africa. And I think say, maybe we've not developed that aspect, no, to match that of South Africa. It's what time being a dolphins no pay. Maybe some times of the day. It's possible, says South Africa now, those places, you know, they have a means of calling the dolphins to come out.
No, that's one more time. One more time. Weather no,
weather no.
Yeah.
But Senya yama paga crocodile, you know, ukoho any time of the day. There are guards there. They know what to do to make the crocodiles come out. If also we too can.
Nana is talking about the packaging and presentation,
Okay.
and how to make it attractive. So even if they have a particular time for coming out, and that is how they behave around the world. How do we market it? No one say, "Oh, dolphins are done," something like that.
So I think these are the two main reasons. And you say, "Bia, yena per se."
Okay, Nene. Sade mami fan wow.
Okay.
Don't we have Ghanaians who travel to Dubai every other day, and other parts of the world every or name certain parts in this country? For them, it can be economic issues.
For those people, yes.
Still, uncle.
Say, Mr. Odame Kasano, you know, Nikasano, what I derive from it, say it is difficult to sell Ghana to a Ghanaian. Sanya Wuka say rosary to a pope, no. And every human being, you know, he wants something new. I want him. It is a nipan was scar. No, but it's a baby war. Dubai. I be our own who's I didn't be there. He will pay to go and watch. That's why we have more of these foreigners, you know, also having keen interest in Ghana because we have sold ourselves to them. Well, in the it's natural. But for me, my word is that the centers, the tourism centers, let's develop them more so that when they are coming out, they know say it's not just about 5 or 6 places or 7 or 10 places a war. There are places. For me, you know how passionate I am about, for instance, Ada. Because Adan has the sea like any other coastal town. But in addition, Adan has the river, the almighty Volta, which takes its source from the Futajalo Mountains in Guinea. Ebewie wa Adan. Inti Usha Adan say no. Adan has one of the largest number of chalets. Apart from sea, no. Hotels no so wahodada. Bibia wahodada. So what is left? A drip, a year, a beer, security, nini kika hu na. Say yemfanka hu.
Even that is not an issue. I've done Adan for the past. We've done some 15 or more years.
Or more years.
Every other year, back to back. Every other year, back to back.
Now, a festival now grow to such an extent to say, I think GTA can do more to sell sa festival. Senya baby agro akodru. Arguably, me who festival be a Ghana. The size, the number of people that come from Friday right down to Tuesday, and you say one day be penny yeko deba about continuous, and it's so packed activities, you know. Yeah, packets nipa dozen. My worry is the security, and I'm saying it again. Last year was so great. This year is going to be the 86th one. If there's anything GTA can do, I'll appreciate it, and I'll collaborate with them because I'm close with the traditional council. I'm close with the planning committee.
Well, you see, so let me stay here a bit, although this is not part of my topic. That is where it boils. Omuti Accra. So until you really come and say, this is it, the issue. I mean, Omudia, they will think you need a little funding here and there. You know, a little, they'll put it on their calendar here and there.
Oh, Omudia, they've been with us all these years. My worry is that they know agro.
So they should also grow their contribution. And I can't say now we wouldn't none in the media.
But you a scribe, a whole scribe like you are sitting here. You see people like this. Do the right thing.
Well, then arguments, then say people want to see something new. I've not changed my mind. There are new things in this country. Yeah, woman, we still yin hunda.
Okay.
New things in the northern regions, the savannah north. Yin hunda. And instead of seeing these new things, we change our little cities into dollars and then go outside and see things that we can find them here. And okay, say we require glass and quiet, but the real natural tourism, because we have everything. We have the mountains, we have the valleys, we have the rivers, we have the forests, we have. Anyway, Mr. Adame, now we'll explain it. Say, still, you do some form of training to help in marketing these things.
Yeah, so I mean, it's something that's year on year. You try say after every year, we pick a lot of feedback from Omwe Baye, Omwe Wahadada, almost Omwe part of celebrations and the various events that happen around. And you know, based on the feedback, you know, we try to for lack of a better expression, to say correct, you know, some of the things through training. You know, can say you're training Uber drivers, you're training taxi drivers, you're training hoteliers. I mean, everybody involved in the hospitality industry, we try to offer them training, kakrakra. And like I said, overnight. It's the gradual, you know, the consistency of it is what will help us get there. Let me speak a bit to what my two brothers were saying. You know, when it comes to domestic tourism, personally, my dream is Ghanaians and Kasano, free and collaborating is not part of us. Say, we want to go on holidays, we want to, maybe a trip now because of Kwama will be my penny, baby. But that family thing, yentu kwai, yenko he baby or baby.
Miti bi achepa Halifax. Kwa kwama. So, in Shedanka, but I believe, say, and also say, you bet start saying that you decide near man, I can't home because Halifax, send your Michelle no pay okay. What break crash me?
Brutal.
Then so me catch us is here as a watcher. Ko aha na ko ha first thing Charlie me meeting bio me will be very number and ko but I think say gradually if families Ghanaians you started there no so aka entity ho a e be boa pa there is something na say me some picture be pokwase interchange me ko gina honom and I may take here a shot there's a similar interchange war South Africa. I think it's around Sandton in SA. And then they say, and me share picture no any the shot now. All that is required is for me to post it keke and try to tag the various other interchanges. Say this is Ghana. All I'm trying to say is the difference I saw was not much. Meanwhile, a bit when I say me aku twem ho me me fa flight call South Africa no aku gina ho de no just because me too kwan. So look at it. It is the personal excitement in people as against baby ofi.
I get it.
If gradually you bet me correct this idea na eno enya aban enya mene young Nipan individuals, if we can begin to make that part of us. But currently there's something running at GTA. It's being led by the corporate affairs department. You travel to any site that you are aware of in the country. Travel to. Now, the target, your social media platforms, you may just receive a call and even win more trips to any of the sites that we have in the country.
Really?
These are some of the things that also from your side, we are trying to help with.
To encourage people to see.
But the thing is, who should do it? And unfortunately, I believe that it's changing. Unfortunately, it's not been part of us as we were growing up. But I believe that kakra, it will change.
So, for instance, I go to the central region, I go to Winneba.
Yeah.
There are a couple of places I love to go. There was Simpam Herit. Meduwa, met to me a trap picture free ho.
This is what it looks like. And then fatagi.
Nti okay hashtag no die. You look for it, okay.
I'll get it.
And Yoshishwe metrame ho aba, and then we go straight into December in GH. The important ABC. What are we looking at? What are some of the events? What are some of the centers? What are the dates? When is it starting and when is it ending?
101.7. Hey, close up. Ever fresh air, ever fresh air. Ever fresh air, ever fresh air.
Train you. All new close up ever fresh no. Dear Nasa.
Share. Say I will triple fresh formula be a who num. A boss here children by natural num say from. A son in Yamamiansa, a antibacteria. I could say a numia purifying gel. And a candia and my num jua ayakabonunti. Who you num boy and num near see a children who buy free and winning now. Never you num to say come on the morning na.
Close up ever fresh. Kona konje dear.
FTIJ Trading Katuyatu.
Efiera, me mwachi o Efiera.
Yes on.
Machi o Efiera. Efiera me chia wonye so.
Hey, Ewra, enfase mam so. Wati? E ba fa se chia me. Mo yem no.
Won so pepe.
Hey,
oh, wa fi, we die me pese oni Efiera bekon. Efiera we die ye kwa sore abo.
Ewra de. Mo kwa sore.
Ye pompaye.
Ewra de ka soro ho a. Wati? E be se wo ba hwa wa kraba kumpo wunya. Onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink no ne yire ne mma edi nsuohie twabia nom anopa no wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yia nom enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende e rekore ne fie wura beti ha anopa dio awia dio enumre dia mo no makodew mo mame na mu wi a ma sora akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya
me say na dia ya late so me yanke kabinje Efiera ya wi a yakosere body pate ke Efiera wuti fia say light bill no water bill ba wuntua bi wo bo say sika na fa koto this way chocolate drink na ba nom
ka hwe me catch no play nya play fa say this way chocolate drink no metumi atobi pa na so na me so mo ahwe wate e de me hia ne nsuohie na nsuohie so me ntoi say me bu fura metumi ato bag mu a wate
yeah Efiera we nkwa de ma abunfu me koto nwe Efiera fi de ya bre ma abunfu bi
munyam sumponie munyam sumponie na mo ba ya trimodefo
FGA agi edwedie nkratoi atom
Isabeti hey Yakae Mukiemo 1st July 2023. Despite media, was so home to Medino, a sound of film, with Nipapia, a brilliant brano, I was so tricked in Wabum.
And noting that despite media, I had to say, yeah, one more, Nama Pomudi, and the Bramo sign Achimun.
Was so 2023, and Nika Samque woman is said, who favorite TV and radio presenters are, and what despite media, when you know a baby.
and this celebrities ahodoa wo man mu wonyina eba
na wo so wodwuma die yi ebe hyasie ewo ayi mensa afiri ho akopie mu ewo Peduase Presby Park 1st July 2023 eye dam minute da
na no pa 5 am sharp na exercise no ahyasie bra na betete wapom na san chiweni
Despite Media was so 2023 eba baby so
Okay, FM 101.7.
You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax Ansah-Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
So welcome back. Hi, OK 101.7 FM on the Best Entertainment Show. We're having a conversation with Mr. Ernesto Dami, project officer from the Ghana Tourism Authority, and then we've gone back and forth. We are now going straight to the December in GH. Into opinion, December in GH started dabbing.
It was a Halifax correction with the debut mayor. So December in GH, you know, Obeka last year, we can say it is not an event. December in GH is not an event. It's a marketing concept that calls for all event organizers to submit, should I say, a request or propositions of what they intend to do during the last quarter of the year. And then we bring all together to form that December in GH. It's an experience. It's an experience that we create. But we create that using our own local event organizers.
Okay.
To create that entire
and it's our experience or no? First show of that experience best started dabbing.
It's a menu because say if you've been following 2-3 weeks ago, the circulation of an invitation for event organizers to start. Say on Monday, on best submit your propositions for their events for that last quarter of the year. No,
that is October, November, December.
It been started before October.
Oh yeah, last quarter I said the Montreal was school. No say no dear.
But to say you see, I don't know. Send your pen no. It's actually growing. Okay. To say I can tell you an authority there. For example, the diasporans that come to the country, they don't leave in the first week of January anymore. And it's amazing. Last year, I mean, if I said this year, the last I can remember was around 27th. That is when you saw the last groups of people leaving. What they do is that they come and have the fun all through the first 3 months. The last month, they do a lot of tour, and then they go. That is how it is growing to become. You know, we have to be prepared for it.
And to say, me event organizer, and I mean, was show middle of September, I can still bring my.
Yes.
I shouldn't say because my show is, before October.
Yes, I say to me,
okay, I now understand what you mean by I didn't know one of events, but
that is why it's over here from November through December.
Okay, FM. Okay.
January. Back to back, sir.
Okay. Inti say me we event organizer and my program is in, let's say, June, July. Am I still qualified? Can I still present some blueprints and paperwork?
I think it will be difficult to say no, but I feel that you call it for
entries.
In all fairness, June, July, it may not necessarily be able to be part of it. It doesn't also mean that if you're going to say event, your JD say it can bring in rake in something that will benefit those in the value chain of the tourism industry, and I said that hotel industry now. We will say no. Look, if you think it is good enough, we'll try to offer you the necessary help. Say whether we are trying to have a conversation for you to get good security, whether when you pull in yet and we are trying to have a discussion in your favor now. These are the kind of things we can do to help. And I believe say yes, the concentration there we are looking at. It's
last
come
quarter.
to stay. All the event organizers, they know that. Look, it's about the last quarter of the year.
Okay.
But what the banner say, it doesn't fall within that time. Not say the event is BB now. Imagine say Wabaka me say you have an event with Floyd Mayweather, and coming to the country to stage a quick amateur boxing BB, and once I look at it, and I think look, hey, this is big. I can build a quick tourism trip around it, because imagine say, what the event be Sahaba. Now I have the opportunity to send Mayweather to Jamestown. Now I'm in Kujina Lighthouse. Now my chair said this is where the boxers in Ghana can be found. And I say, oh no, I can't say the mama can me post here. You ask yourself,
I get it.
The value in that thing. I will not let that value go into such an event, Maintenance in Casa because in December and in November. Debbie. Value no here may change.
You see, this is why I love art. We are in science. Science, they're French, NACL, Clodium Kumbi. This one is, malleable. We can always, I mean, so now the calendar is still open. Entries are coming in. What event or what program is too small to be submitted?
Halifax, on this one there, I won't be able to directly give an answer.
Then give an indirect answer. We need an answer.
So what you do is say, I mean, look, Niaobe feels a small event, It'll be a small event. But let me tell you something very funny. You see this all-white party that happens around. One happened in Upper West. I chanced on it, and I be maybe I'm in
fact, that was my next question. I mean, we are fair, German.
Now I got there, and it was a different experience. I was like, okay, and they actually call it all-white party. Now, what it means is that Anaka Afi, look at where it's got into. Gradually, it's growing.
Yeah,
it's growing. Heni Nana Afi, it's a small place, but the concept was correct. Mafia me white. Actually, if you don't have Afi,
it go on, and it be. And they were having fun. It's an all-white party.
Once I stayed there for more than 1 hour, try to go.
Why is it?
Exactly.
You can imagine saying what is too small. There's this young guys I meet you or mom follow artists be. And I'm then by my office. Ye didn't come on see one person year event be teen something. I'm see okay. Why don't
as
you
in TEEN or TIN?
TEN.
Okay, teen.
Yeah. So you didn't come on and these were young boys who you be 3. I'm see apply. They applied, the proposal went through. Checks, they were invited, and then they got the support.
Wow!
And you should see how big that program now. Let me say, these boys beginning. Nobody can say a small event. Yes, me these guys, I saw it. So these are young boys. So I'm try say.
Okay, I get it.
Paddy.
Okay, but because I asked because Obe Philly say, GTA, dear, you must be big. It should be there. The 3 music type of platform, the Uncle Lebo White, and now, this is my small bar, dear. Okay, so basically, GTA is saying, look, we dare submit it, my home combo, and definitely something can be done around it if the program is good. How do we submit, Mr. Odami?
So there is the Beyond the Return Secretariat. That's if you want to submit a hard copy. It's just opposite Afrikiko, the Accra Tourist Information Center.
Okay.
Once you go there, the Secretariat has an office there in Tukowa. You can just go submit it.
Okay.
Apart from that, we also did share a news item. I'll find it and share with I'll share with your team, so that what it is that people actually submit via email. We have info at Beyond the Return Secretariat. You can send that to our email.
Info at Beyond the Return Secretariat. Yes. I'm sure that is one detail a lot of listeners will be interested in.
And the fact is most of the event organizers know it. Most of them. if any
there are those who don't know.
There are those who I know. And we do this to the benefit of all, and we actually put it out in the media, the papers, and all that, so that people can submit.
Yeah, come on Facebook pages. There's details there for us. Let's say I go to the GTA on Facebook.
Yeah, you can find it there.
Ghana Tourism Authority on Facebook.
You even go to the Instagram pages of Beyond the Return, Facebook Beyond the Return, and even www.beyondthereturn.com. You can find all this information there as well.
Okay, Nancy said, "Me have submitted a proposal. What should it contain, basically?"
So you see, you have an event to do. For an event, there, you definitely should be able to show proof of your venue, your of course, event. Your concept of the event is one that's very, very important, because if you know to me, I share that the event biba, only very, very also to me, but because or banner your chance GT government into yes. I mean, some people do that, and it fails, and they don't understand. They'll come and sit somewhere and say they didn't get support, but that's not the truth. They came with nothing.
Yes, so that is what I'm asking. Say, I mean, when you're applying for a job, I must add my certificates, my job experience, blah blah blah. And so, what are the key points I'm going to share?
So you see, when you get on there and you are submitting, especially online, there are certain questions that you are likely to answer, which certifies. So when you log on to where you have to submit it, these questions are there, and you have to answer them. You don't just. So there are certain pointers that we look at. For example, your actual venue or honum. So you take the venue and you state the venue. That should make me know, say, you probably have had a discussion.
It does it mean there is a submission form that I need to download or something?
Yeah, when you go on where to submit it, the form is there.
Oh, okay. Because
you just get on the website, beyondthereturn.com website. Once you get there, you want to submit your proposal. Is there.
Okay, because the impression is A4 sheet. Neko type it brofo.
So that part, and also I mean, if you're tech savvy, na say opese submit a hard copy. When you go to the office,
the tech savvy. Mami o don blow the
So your BBC na say.
Wearing born before your computer says I see.
Na say you are quite conversant with social media and computer and all that. So you can go to the office. That same thing here, make sure say you would see online when you are trying to load your form or your proposition. No, somebody is there to ask you the same questions.
Okay, I get it.
So what you saying? This is say, "Bibi wo hwa anywhere," and you be in a say there's a problem. Go and correct it.
How many programs have been submitted so far?
As at Anopa, we have slightly over 42. I'm saying over 42 because that's the figure I know as at last night. Anopa.
Within 2 weeks?
Yeah, within 2 weeks.
Hey.
And I have not checked. I hear about Becca home. But me know say as at Enra and Ajodie, it was about 42 that we had.
Last year, no, in some total, averagely, most support here about, and I'm participating, I'm partner about how many?
Last year, we did 136.
Whoa.
2 of them didn't happen. But we had 136 that were approved. So we actually got more than 136, events. It's not always the Afro future and the Afro nations and there is a lot, and you'll be amazed that people come into this country for those smaller ones that you don't know about.
And apart from the bigger ones that we know, these are the traditional ones. There are also some changing ones.
Baby. Did you hear about the Angwamo festival?
Yes, I heard about Angwamo.
Have you realized how big it has become?
Of course.
Doesn't it?
When they started, it was like agro.
How many years?
Now Angwamo there is before I said, hey, idea.
It started saying I don't think they did 4 years. Just about 2. This is the third one. Yeah. And look at how big it has become. And
it started like a joke because Angwamo there, Angwamo says saying.
So there's a lot. I mean, I can mention a few. And they be overcast on the crowd, but they all happen, and we partnered them. And they have attendance, and people were there, and everything. It was fun.
And it's part of the ecosystem of this tourism.
It is part of it. And you see, the good thing is that the people within that value chain benefit a lot. Media, many circuit, many yaka, yate. Uncrophone could do what, including Ghanaians and everybody else could do what. Shitora no shekona ho, no benefit you.
Of course.
Emura no. And that is
the orange canopy.
No, they benefit, and that is what
the
makes me satisfied.
in one more festival shirt or no.
They make it. And sometimes, honestly, I say, omu meka. Nanka minya yanka omu mubi neti ha. I can't make it because me image me hono me. But my satisfaction comes from the fact that they have benefited.
Say what to me, I support you creating a whole constituency be, and then it's become an annual thing. They come together, patronize this thing, caterers, markets their wares, blah blah blah, and it goes on and on. There was a question from somebody watching on Facebook, I believe from the United States, on States Porteno. It's quite a lengthy question. It looks decent. Let me read it from K. Boaten. Why is the GTA not Jesus? Okay, it's no more a board. It's not an authority. But he wrote, why is the Ghana Tourism Authority authority not investing in serious marketing for December in GH? How? And it continues. For example, billboards around the USA and sending the president to shows like the breakfast show when the president visits the USA in September to attend the United Nations General Assembly Summit. Why is GTA not partnering with DNA Ancestry Company to send well-designed welcome letter to any diasporans who test positive for Ghana geology or ancestry? Is there something you would want to, Mr. Odami, you want to comment on?
I'll slightly pass a comment on that, and respectfully, I believe sometimes we should try and research just a little bit more before we ask some questions. For example, to say that why won't GTA send the president to
breakfast shows?
That is the president. Would the United States send their president to my breakfast show? Let me leave that for now. Minooka say in the past 1 month, there's been trips to Barbados, and even there's another next week. There's been trips to Guyana. When the president spoke first on this entire year of return campaign, I think we broke that news in the UK after we launched it in Ghana. It is just to let you know that there's a lot of marketing inventory that has been used to push this agenda. Why do you think countries like Nigeria kept asking that how did Ghana do it? Why do you think I think I can mention about 3 countries that almost try to do something similar and they have not been able to.
Nigeria actually brought people here to come and learn.
I was sent to Barbados myself, and we were supposed to actually teach them. But for COVID, they called theirs homecoming.
So
there's a lot of marketing inventory that was committed into this thing. I can't.
Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe because you know me, I've never pampered anybody. But I think this particular president has done well for this year of return beyond the return thing. Yeah. He's been an excellent ambassador. Any other program now, or Chiomoba, I know dear. If you see up a billboard, don't say I'm sure billboard for Vegas, for Miami.
No, it's not for diasporans in the US. It's diasporans all over, including Africa.
I see. As if I thought a conversation for 1.5 hours and that, but my time is running too fast. I don't know what we've been discussing at time because question be brave. Jadia Kanuma, Mr. Odami, maybe there are particular points he wants to touch on. I think I have some 8 minutes to go, and Minjano. Still on this December in GH program, we're explaining how to, submit your entry, what to look out for. Don't think something is too small. Just get the courage, approach them. We can always talk around it. Is there any other thing you would want to, highlight?
So for me, I'd like to encourage, event organizers to try and submit theirs much earlier. Just as we try to market and help and everything, it's always best when we get these details early enough to start going to the market with, so that we can begin to make more noise, create better attention, invite more people. Last year, the target was to reach 1.2 million. I think with figures by I suspect we crossed it. I will check with the report and I'll share with my brother Socrates. I think we crossed it. And in the summit we had last 2 days, we've been charged with 2 million.
2 million?
Yes.
Can you
Halifax, you see, there's always that challenge. Say, are we ready? Do we have enough hotels? Do we have this? Do we have that? The truth is that whether we have it or not, we have to do it. It's about time, say, some of us begin to I should be able to even do homestay for people. Because some people, backpackers, come to this country and they are not interested in hotels. Hotels, no one who are bro. They want to live with a family.
Who is a backpacker?
Backpackers are, there's a lot of young people who take shation wokrom. Both in the back bonechi as a tourist be owning baby or kwai. They don't come. They don't want hotel. They want some.
Nene, are you good? Like you are good in arithmetic? Can you do 2 million times $200? Let me check something. When you get a figure, just let me know.
So that's the target presidency there, my.
That's $400 million.
I mean, it means that for me, what it means to me personally.
Did you say $400 million?
Yeah.
In this race, a NEPA back home spending only $200 in
That's
Ghana.
what it brings. Yes.
$400 million.
Yes. We are
and obviously they are spending more than $2 million. $200 per head.
When you check statistics for the past 1 year and slightly over a year, every part of the economy, every aspect of it is going down, except tourism.
Mr. Adami, thanks for coming to the show. But although you've spoken well, I'm not too happy because I'm beginning to realize that we are not taking advantage enough. When I say I'm not happy, it's not about the GTA, but as a sector. I believe we can tap into this huge money. I just say in Shedan for BM, I say GTA for no more your idea. I say for OTM, who will back it to a hotel, what events, what concepts. I'm with the Sikabu. You're interested in your Benya Kakra. Into the Achim Benjin TFW. Let them look into this your program. We don't move on to our calendar so say, oh, Muba, Sikano Mufa being Kwaha. Namus Munya Kakre. Because, without creative thinking, without smart thinking, I can't believe I went to watch a Berlin Wall and came back. Wall. This is where that is West East Germany. I can't sorry.
It's all the checkpoint Charlie.
Checkpoint Charlie. Na Loshia ka ukutokumi na kamba sa photo ye na hinshika ye. It's this. So please, it is they are facilitating. Let us patronize. Let us take advantage. Let us maximize the gains. And it is not only about in the name of connecting the diasporans together. If indeed he even gets 1.5 million of these 2 million people coming here, and where should they spend? How are you taking advantage of this as an event organizer? Please, the GTA is still open. They say their entries are still open. They are receiving entries. Let's make this fast. Let's them add it to their calendar. And then I'm sure, with the blessings of the Most High, Safo, I'm not too happy, eh?
Yeah, but yeah, started. Waka nina yenu no ma omo bia ti akire a ye betimi aye niam bebre no yemfa ho nhiem enye who you know Halifax ade ba ko ya no
when him the AMA many of them, and I'm sorry if I'm about to offend you, omo concept ne say oh yenko na yenji sikan free GTA.
Exactly.
We don't give any money.
You get what I mean? So when they go and they say that sikan there, then they give up. Look, I hear number now. 10K, 20K, 50K, what do you call your day? But what to make your program way, and these people come with these dollars, why would you? When you be anche? No mobile and a way on there. Amphibia umbeba, even without year of return or beyond the return on their own. Make I say, oh, Miko Ghana, Miko Sheha. Woman, sorry. Na enya white collar job.
Yeah.
Ne diskebefi.
Young boys here making young boys are me teen program. Me ko hu ye no. Me bisa so mo kosisa youth ni free hin no mobile. We couldn't even have access to the place.
Well, Daniel Felix Ayibunte, how do event organizers register for their license? You go on their social media handles. It's the same Ghana Tourism Authority, or just make it beyond the return. Contact details no wo. I mean, can I say only blacks in the diaspora when it comes to information, and go round. It is well detailed, easy to understand, easy to follow the process. Please visit their social media handles, Ghana Tourism Authority, and not beyond the return, and you get these details. Most of the questions are: how do we register? How do we register? How do we get? Now, most of Samuela, when launching program, I mean, which media houses do you invite?
So, say okay, lunch. Unlike how so what we do is that we actually circulate the invitation. So it goes into a lot of media space. Not say I organize a lunch, your friend crop for. No, that's not what we did. But a lot of, I mean, Ebiana, Tina want because Ubina farm real and I say Ubina Senema, but Miti them I'll let you have access to it.
Oh, Ms. Odami, it's me who you know. Would it be mommy? Now, other media houses on swear. You don't know all of them.
Dodo Saka. So great to her.
Yo, Mudia Mubaya come for ayo. Do you have your contact details offhand? I mean, for the GT or beyond the return?
So, like we said, everything can be found on that social media.
Social
and
media,
then on the website.
Okay.
Either you check beyondthereturn.com and I say Ghana Tourism Authority. And also you can find it there.
Beyondthereturn.com and now Ghana Tourism Authority and now any of their social media handles. Safo yemrana yemre ubeka zabium.
Oh, there be medasi. Say there be a yesira kwaya mobile doors my Mr. Jibansu said.
Say medrima.
Mr. Jibansu so chiao.
Mijene so
pa.
He's a good man. He the Jumani yede so biamboa. Mr. Adam, when did you go on leave?
I haven't been on leave.
Because yes, you are finished. Who won't go on leave?
No, I haven't been on leave.
Mr. Ajiman, yes, Rel. My paying got in at home. Why? We'll need him from the middle of the year, which is just about next year. This is June. Chale. He can't go on leave anymore. Nene. Yeah. Anything you want to add? 12 about copies in Kofa News, you know?
Yeah, I think I just admire the determination and the ambition of GT. Say from 1.2 million, they are targeting 2 million this time around, and my prayer and say they will hit the targets.
And Theresa Lloyd in Chicago sends this one. The gentleman is very correct. The Airbnb is making millions of dollars in tourism with people living home. Hotels are not the number one choice to stay for vacation or staycation. I myself have experienced the luxury of staying in beautiful establishments. Theresa Lloyd, please visit Ghana for this Beyond the Return on this December in GH. You've stayed in Chicago for too long, and trust me, I'll link you to Mr. Odami and his friends at the GTA. Thanks so much for listening. My name is Halifax Ansah-Addo. I did it with Nene Benete Akwaku, so great stuff. When the man himself from the Ghana Tourism Authority, Mr. Ernest Odami, who is the project officer. A show proudly produced by Obia, Gloria, David Pablo, and DJ Bosco. Nyameya Doma, I'll be back on Monday with my Stubborn Academy. Miko Peace 104.3 for the midday news. Makramo.
Junction Ghana,